Okay, let's have a start out the front this time. It's slightly raining, it has been for about 2 weeks, never mind. Agapanthus coming out. First one's actually just about to appear, just here. So these are a mix of white and blue. And then we've got the trumpet going again nicely, which is good. A few of the trees have been cut back a bit, and all of the gingerbine trees, they've all been shifted, they've all been moved, so they're down the back. We'll see those later. What we will also find as we come down here, lots of junk out the front, but the gate's been painted again, which is good. So that looks as it should, which is excellent. So we'll start to head on in and have a look around the house. So just coming into the gate, we haven't painted anything at the front yet. We've got some people that have started to paint the top level, which we'll see a bit of in a moment. Lemon's been trimmed, star jasmine's out. The chair needs to go into storage, which it will do shortly, but all these trees and things have been moved. So this space has opened up a bit, obviously a bit of weeding and tidying up to do. We haven't got to any of that yet. Lots of stuff down here which is all linked to the bathroom being redone, which we'll see in a second. Also part of Jack's bed, as we can see here. I think he jumped on it once too often and it completely split, so he got a bit of a shock. So we just replaced that and put a new side on. But yeah, let's head on in. Okay, so coming in the front door, we have a lounge, which is nice. Nothing really done in the bedrooms just yet, just closing the doors behind me. So Emily's room is a bit of a tip, as usual. Lucy's here as well, she was here last night, so that's making it even worse, but that's fine. We'll get to the kids' bedrooms last, I think. Okay, let's put the lights on here. So downstairs bathroom, there was a bit of a, I guess a bit of a blocking cabinet that was there. That'll be going back shortly. But the pipe work's all been done, but you can see how different this bathroom looks. So the tiling on the floor has been done, the bath and the walls have been done, the new toilet's in, the new vanity's in, so it looks fantastic. The old exposed pipes are still there, which still looks really good. We've patched a couple of holes where the curtain rail was, so we've now got to paint the ceiling, change the light fitting, and paint the cabinet there and paint the walls. So there's a bit of work to do, but that'll really link in all the grey colours. But gee, it looks very, very different. It looks great. So we've just sort of started to use this yesterday or last night. Yeah, lots to do, but a good start. Just coming round into Jack's room. We have seen this before once the beds were down. Again, he's not the tidiest. But we'll work on this one. So once we've done the other outside rooms and things, we'll come into the kids' rooms and really attack those. But we'll probably get one more bit of furniture out of here and then get a little desk in, so that will look quite different. And yeah, we'll see some floor soon, I'm sure. Just having a little peek into Harry's room. So the carpet has been up, the underlay cleaned, and then new sort of extra skirting bit here. So this bit here has been replaced on this wall and that wall, so Kush did all of that, put the carpet back down, so it looks great. We've just got to paint the two window frames in this room, and then we can turn the bed round and sort that all out. So again, this room is not quite right, but lots of space, lots of open areas, which is nice, and a bit of room to accommodate anything else that we might want to take out of the others. But again, we need a desk for in here, which we'll do. And then a bit of tidying up on that cabinet as well. You can see some dirty bits and some flaky paint on there. Okay, moving into the lounge. So we've had a real estate agent round, so we've got a mirror up there, which used to be out near the bathroom, so that looks good. We've got the lamp back and the cabinet back. We switch the rugs over when we do any sort of viewings and displays. So again, a few little bits not quite finished. The cushions not done yet, but the room's back together again. We've got somewhere to sit, which is lovely, and we've got somewhere to really enjoy the television and not much else, which is good. And then coming through into this open area, lots of fun and play going on. We've got the girls doing some cooking, so I'll come over and see these. So this is where all the tools and things are living at the moment, so there's a bit of work going on. Jasmine's not looking too happy outside. It's not a nice day, but let's come and see what these guys are doing. Making a bit of a mess in the kitchen. This is Mad Lucy, Emily's friend. Wow, they're making a rainbow cake. This looks pretty interesting. Excellent. So the kitchen's good, as we've seen, and laundry, well, that's all getting used a lot. Thermomixes are in use, so that's going okay. It's going good. Let's just do a spin. We'll go outside in a second. I think we need to go upstairs first. Okay, let's go upstairs. So we need something on the wall up there. Thinking a clock maybe, because then that will serve for the office space as well. Haven't found one that we like yet though. So we've got the bookshelves up, and the tops are roughly tacked back on. But yeah, they're up, which is good. Smashed the walls to bits when we bought them up, but never mind. So this office space is looking okay. Still a bit of tidying up to do, but nothing too drastic. But yeah, that's all right. Bathroom, I think, is now all completely finished. Just a bit busy because the other one's been out of action. So yeah, everything's painted in here now and sort of all working properly. But yeah, obviously lots of towels, which we don't really normally have in here. But yeah, that's okay. And then we'll come through into the bedroom. So we're teapot's having a sleep. We're changing the bed linen. We just bought some new stuff. So the next picture that we'll take is in this room with a couple of angles. So we need something that's a little bit more striking, I think, as some bedding. So we've got that today between us. So we'll work on that. We'll get that sort of set up, and we'll get the photographs taken for in here pretty soon. In the wardrobes we've seen already, so no real change in there. That's all going fine. But yeah, so in here looks good. We've got a little laundry basket in the corner as well, so it just keeps it nice and neat for us. But yeah, always lots of tidy up to do, but we're starting to enjoy the spaces, which is good, and really sort of get used to them. Okay, let's head outside. Here's Jasmine. Hello. So we've moved the table up onto the deck. Still lots of paint and stuff outside, but that's okay, the painters are here. Yeah, we've got the table and the umbrella up on the deck, so that looks good. It's a nice space, so this looks nice and open. And then what we've also done is move the pots around a little bit, so the citrus are now here, which are doing their best to hide a little bit of this outside room. And then what we've also done is open up this area here, so these couple of trees won't stick around here, but the little Nana's table and chairs and the barbecue are all nicely sheltered and screened by the passion fruit, so that's a nice little area, and that's opened that up quite a lot. One of my jobs today is to shift all these spare roof tiles probably under the deck somewhere, and I'm also going to have a go at clearing out some of this room here, which we'll have a look at next. Okay, so in here it's nothing like as bad as it was. We've still got a few things that will be for the bathroom, and still some tools and things. Some empty boxes for some packing. We've put a couple of boxes of DVDs and CDs into storage already, so that's created the space for the rest of them. So I'll need to clear up in here and set up the TV and things like that, and just really do a big sort of clear out. So the shelves will go, the plastic stuff will go, hopefully the clothes rack will go when the sun comes out. So we'll have in here the table football in the middle space. We should be able to open up these double doors. The fridge can stay there, that's okay, it's an outside room. But then we'll have the sofa and the little TV set up and everything else basically out. So I'll be working on that this afternoon as best I can. If we just have a look up high, what we can see is that the painters have started painting some of the upper levels. So they've put undercoat around the window frames. They've started to turn the blue fascia boards to the woodland grey, which is the dark grey. They've also misunderstood the eaves. They should be the off-white, and they've done those the dark grey as well, so they'll be fixing that up. But yeah, so that's started. So they'll be coming down to that little line that you can see just to the side there. That's the upper level. They'll be doing all around and the chimney, and then we'll be doing all the rest probably over Christmas. Just as we walk down the garden, we'll have a little look at a couple of things. We've got veggies, we've got, I guess, the Jindabyne nursery, and we've got the games room, which I've finished off last night and this morning, or Thursday night rather than this morning. Let's just have a look at the veggies. Mandarin, absolutely covered in lots of little buds, just everywhere, which is great. So there should be lots of fruit on that one. The lime's also looking very, very strong and healthy. A couple of little conker trees, or the horse chestnuts. So they'll be making the journey just in there. Mango again is looking good, although I think a lot of the buds that it had have been smashed off with the rain. Quince, lots of quince. So there's a few of them here. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, so hopefully they won't get too eaten. This is the last cauliflower, which has gone a bit crappy. Never mind, that one was very, very slow coming. Peas have gone. A couple of skinny oak trees which look good, and the nasturtiums have run a bit wild, so when we do get a day, I guess when we've finished all the inside stuff and when we've got a day to really do some gardening, we'll certainly be tidying up out here. It's gone a bit mad, but nice to see things growing. I changed the swings a while back. I thought this looked pretty rustic and pretty good, so the one on the right, Dad, was the one that you made. Yeah, they both look really good, and kids enjoy those. Over here we've got all the smaller of the trees that are going to gingerbine. So these are some crab apples. So they're all looking very healthy actually, which is really good. A few of the conifers in there as well. We took some of those last time, as many as we could fit. Yeah, some silver birch and a few other bits and pieces. A liquid amber in there. There's a fig tree. There's some couple of blackberries in here as well. So I need to keep those under control, obviously. And then a few wattles, which should grow up to have some nice yellow colour. This is the liquid amber, this one, and some little purple ones too. So quite a nice mix in here. So these will all be making the journey, probably in the next 2 visits. And here's Jasmine again. Hello. So the boys have shut the blinds on here. We'll have a look in here in a sec. This was obviously used for storage for a long time. So for the last week I've emptied it out, cleared it out, repainted the floor, and done a lot. So let's have a little look. Should turn some lights on for a sec. Good one. So we've got a bit more space for the boys and the sofa. So as you walk into the room, the idea is that you see stuff, you don't walk into furniture. We used to have the sofa that way facing over there, and you could just see the back of it. So now we can walk into the room and it feels a lot more like a room, which is good. So they're playing one of the games machines. The keyboard's down here. So that looks really nice. And the other idea as well. So I was just trying to say the other idea as well is that as you're sitting here looking out, you get to see the nice view out of the room. So it's quite a nice room now. Yeah, so it's obviously still got the same practical function, but it's got just as a much nicer aspect. It looks a lot bigger than it was. So hopefully that'll be a real positive when we come to sell. Alrighty, well that's basically it. We've got some more bougainvilleas out, and the myrtles have grown up nicely, so they've achieved what they were meant to do, which is fill up that space. Yeah, so that's a nice little garden area that we made. So there's lots of things that have worked pretty well. The 2 sheds down the back are a mess, but they're sheds, that's okay. Fence isn't quite finished, but the grey looks a lot better, so we'll just see that as it finishes up here. What do you call them? The camellias, I've trimmed those a bit, so they're nice and bushy. They look good. And yeah, the house, once it's painted, will look very different. So it's really coming together. So I know at the moment it looks a bit of a mess because we're living in it, and it's Sunday and we're not particularly tidy. But yeah, lots of things on the go, and we'll gradually work it all out. And hopefully the rain will stay off today, so I can shift all these tiles and get on with my other jobs. Alrighty, hope you enjoyed the tour. We'll try again in probably 2 or 3 weeks. See ya.